Hello and welcome back to building the Siege of Kelisite in LEGO. This is episode 5 of my brand new LEGO Star Wars The Clone Wars Moc. If you guys have not seen episode number 4 or some of the previous ones, go check out the video links below and the tag right now in the video. Today we're going to be primarily focusing on the interior space of the actual base. We have a lot of work to do here. As you can see, I went off with black plate. I'm going to be using this black plate because I really like how it kind of looks like a hangier floor. We're going to be using this for a huge section of the back area, and also it's a nice contrast color with dark gray, which is actually going to be the color of our giant hangar door. Now I want this hangar door to pretty much use a lot of these spring-loaded shooter pieces, which I think is really unique. It's going to be big enough to fit 2 of the Republic 501st speeders from the 501st Battle Pack in it, as well as some of the 501st custom walkers. I went with a few different prototype designs. Both of those are actually going to be kind of changed later on in the video, but I do want to have this be at least 12 bricks tall so it can actually accommodate that. You can see I kind of raised it up from the actual pillar there. I also went ahead and started plating off the other back section there. You can see I started placing some vehicles there. This is going to be a huge space that's going to allow me to store so many vehicles and minifigures as well as interior spaces. And here's a good look at the exterior wall. We're getting into some of those details there, but the hangar door is able and is pretty much able to completely close off on either side of the build, which I think is really cool. I also really love the color scheme I went for. The bottom of it's using that kind of like greebled look, and on the interior I went ahead and put all the other plate there. I really like how it looks. It's a little bit plain on the wall. Don't worry, I'm going to be adding a lot of detail on the interior. This week was pretty much just the basic structure here. You can see I went ahead with this kind of cool like battlement design on the actual build. I wanted to keep it very simple. This is a frozen kind of outpost, so it's not going to be super detailed. One thing though that is incredibly outdated is the actual trench line that's wrapping around the base. It's going to be doing almost like a half S curve around there. And there's also this weird space in between there that is going to be worked on in future episodes. I'm basically going to use some hinge plates and basically angle the other part of the base there. And this is a nice shot of the exterior. I really like how this looks. There's so much room to put more minifigures and ATTEs here. And I love the kind of height difference for the minifigures. But this actual plate level is actually really correct. There's also this really weird gap right now between there. Let's fix that now. So I have to basically start by completely tearing up what I did previously in the episodes. That's a lot of mock making. It's just kind of repeating things or redoing things just to get them right. And I'm using this regular plate on just 1 brick level because I thought the 2 was a little bit too high, because if you put an ATT walker, which we're doing in a second here, above there, it looks like it's too high above the trench. It doesn't look very realistic. I also wanted to kind of blend this more into the actual terrain. Keep in mind, most of this will be tiled off eventually. I'm still waiting for those tiles to come in. They're probably coming in the next 2 weeks. But here's a finished look at that. Definitely a huge amount of plate. Gives me a lot of surface level to work with. I also like how I blended it in with the tile over here with the snow. And also the kind of bottom layer there. I think it looks really nice. I'm actually super happy with how simplistic the base is. And speaking of the ATT, here it is placed on there. Definitely enough weight to kind of support itself on there. I really like it. I'm probably going to have it all the way to the edge right there, and I think that's going to look fantastic. I cannot wait to put on more vehicles and minifigures. There's a few more awkward gaps that need to be filled in the next few episodes, but a lot of that's going to be handled in this one because we're going to be continuing a little bit more work on the actual kind of border area. Like I said, this kind of awkward space here is going to be leading over into the trench. We're going to see a little hill kind of bent down into it as well. And here's a good look at some minifigures being placed up there. I absolutely love doing this and putting some lights over here. This is going to be a great kind of battlement area where some troops are going to be going out. I do want to have the hangar door closed in the final product of the mock just because I think it looks really good. But like I said, putting some minifigures here is making this super fun. And it is able to fit those ATRTs pretty well underneath there. Again, it's not an exact fit, but it's pretty close. I also want to put a giant hangar roof on top of the base. That's going to be probably in about 3 to 4 episodes from now. That's going to be able to probably support a Republic gunship, which is pretty awesome. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the next few episodes where I'm going to be working on the trench and the river coming up very soon here, and the base is obviously going to be continued very soon. I'm still waiting on the tiles to come in to finish off some of the final details, so I'm super excited with how much work I was able to get done this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Like I said, make sure you guys stay tuned for the next one coming out Saturday.